In today's Bangladesh, the most significant business transformations aren't happening in the boardroom, they're happening in the back office. We're talking about a quiet but powerful revolution in how companies manage their single most critical asset, their people.
So let me ask you a question. What if your company's... Well, more often than not, it's manual HR. We're talking about a tangled web of spreadsheets, mountains of paperwork, and just endless administrative tasks that drain time, energy, and focus. Frankly, it's an outdated model and it's time to break free.
But let's get real about what outdated actually means for your bottom line. What is the true cost of sticking with these old ways? Because it's so much more than just a few wasted hours here and there. Now look at this. This is where it gets really eye-opening. Up to 80% of an HR team's time can be completely consumed by manual administrative work. That leaves just a tiny 20% for what actually drives the business forward. Strategic planning, building company culture, and developing talent. That imbalance is not just a problem, it's a critical business risk.
And that risk shows up in very real, very painful ways. We're talking about hidden costs that quietly bleed a company dry. Think about it. Costly payroll mistakes, dangerous tax errors, and the huge compliance risks of not keeping up with Bangladesh's specific labor laws. It all leads to unreliable data, a frustrating employee experience, and ultimately it puts a brake on your company's growth.
So, how do we get out of this mess? Well, the answer is a modern human resource management system, or HRMS for short. This is where the real transformation begins.
So what is an HRMS really? Well, at its core, it's a suite of software designed to automate all those tedious HR processes, but it's so much more than that. It's a tool that takes all that administrative burden and actually transforms it into a strategic asset for your business. The best way to think about it is as the central nervous system for your entire organization. It connects every person and every process, ensuring that information flows seamlessly and that the whole company can operate as one cohesive, efficient unit.
And we're not just talking about one or two tasks. A true HRMS completely transforms the entire employee journey, from the moment someone is hired to the day they leave. Just think about the entire life cycle: recruitment, onboarding, payroll, attendance, performance reviews, benefits, compliance, and even offboarding. Every single step is streamlined, automated, and managed within one system. It introduces a level of clarity and efficiency that's frankly a game changer. Of course, with all this data in one place, security is absolutely paramount. A great HRMS is built on secure role-based access. So your administrators have a full system view, managers can see data for their direct reports, and employees can access their own personal information. It's smart, it's secure, and it's simple. And that's the key takeaway right there. It all comes together into one centralized system. No more hunting through different spreadsheets or files. You have a single source of truth for all your people data, which is incredibly powerful. But here's a crucial point. Not all HRMS platforms are created equal. This is especially true in a market as unique as Bangladesh. A generic solution just won't cut it. This is where a company like Hedge really stands apart. So let's compare. On one side, you have the generic one-size-fits-all systems. Sure, they might have a lot of features, but they completely miss the mark on local nuances, like Bangladeshi labor laws and business practices. But on the other side, you have a solution that was purpose-built for this market. A system like Hedge has a compliance engine built right in, and it's backed by a team of dedicated local experts who actually understand your challenges. And that local focus makes all the difference. As one Bangladeshi CEO put it, Hedge understands the nuances of the Bangladeshi market like no other. It's not just software, it's a strategic partner. And that's the key word, isn't it? A partner, not just a product.
All of this brings us to a fundamental question that every business leader in Bangladesh needs to be asking themselves right now. You see, the real power of an HRMS isn't just about saving time. It's about the data. It's about gaining real-time insights into your workforce. Suddenly, you can spot trends, make informed decisions, and be truly strategic. In this economy, that kind of clarity is your single greatest competitive advantage. Let's be clear. The future of business is data-driven. There is no debate about that. The only question left to answer is your HR? Ultimately, this is a shift from just managing paperwork to truly understanding and empowering your people. It's about building a future-ready workforce and turning what was once a business's biggest blind spot into its most powerful